now we have a higher resolution version of me. I used to wear glasses. Oh, anyway, I am Dawn, as I said, and I am now in my second year of the two-year game development master program. And I will share a little bit more about myself and why did I choose to study here, and then my study life in the University of Hoofddorp and my daily life in this little town. Before I came here to study games, I was I majored in art history and aesthetics in my bachelor years, and after graduation, I've been working as a curator on exhibitions, the game exhibitions mainly, exclusively actually, all games exhibitions, and so um, I I am not one of the typical students who come from the game development background. And my road to game were mainly through the game exhibition that I've been working on, and also I've been actively engaged in many game jams, and also I had chances to participate in a lot of game design workshop, among which like the most essential one was back in 2019, when three professors from our school from University of Hoofddorp, they came to Beijing, China, and held a 2 week long game development workshop. And if if anyone can recognize Lars here on the picture on the right side, and so it was a very important event for me because I was very impressed by how they see games as not just for entertainment but also um, an art form and a potential tools for addressing other social issues. And that's because I've been working on game exhibition, so I've always seen games as art, but I didn't know that this perspective was already a very specific, established, and fairly mature um, understanding of games here in the educational system here in Sweden. So that's when I decided to do another master program. But that was 5 years ago because then it came the pandemic. So I waited for another 3 years to started my application. But um, but now I am here. So how is it to actually study in the University of Hope? Well, generally, the suggested study time per week is around 40 hours. But from my own experience, basically, like this is the schedules for my like I had almost at least one course each day in the first half semester of my first year. And then now I'm in my second years and I only have one or two courses per week. So for the rest of the time, I will have to uh, like arrange my study myself. So I know it depends on which program are you will you be taking, but generally you will start with a more tight schedule, and then it becomes more flexible. And um, and yeah, and the courses themselves, I think they are very collaborative with the industries. For example, this is like in my first year in the serious games project course, I've been working on an educational games in collaboration with the Geoparks and Biosphere Reserve. It's designed for kids to learn knowledges about the natural and cultural value within the area. And in my second semester, I interned in a serious game company located in Gothenburg, and I've been working on an AR-based game for to distract kids' attention through medical treatment, and that was in the field study course. And now I am working on the GUX research with a local game studio in Höfde, Speldosa, on a game that they're developing. So that's most of it. And then how is it to live in Höfde? Generally, I think it's a very quiet, cozy town, and it's very safe and with very small population. But I was surprised by how many cultural activities there are, considering its size. For instance, this is the Höfde Food Festival every year in August, where you will have free coupons. Oh, no, I cannot guarantee that. I had free coupons when I was a new student here, and the city center will filled with local food stalls and pop-up restaurants and live music every day. And now the Höfde Film Festival from September to November, and another very, very important events for gamers and is the Sweden Game Conference in October. So basically you will have a lot of talks and panels and game expo within 3 days, along with the Donut Day, which was a networking events specifically for females who wants to work in the game industry. And yeah, and one thing that I personally I think is very important is Höfde located in like it shows that it's close to both of the biggest lakes here in Sweden, the Vänern and the Vättern, and Höfde itself is also within the one of the UNESCO designated protection area. So there are a lot of beautiful, amazing hiking trails and camping site, and some of them are even within the walking distance. So yeah, I think that's most of them. And I actually there are a lot of events that I haven't mentioned yet. I'm kind of lazy. I didn't put all of them in the slides. For example, the Play Lab Lars mentioned before. That is also one of the places that I visit very often. There are a lot of cool and strange things happening there, and I will definitely recommend everyone to try that out if you come here. And that's it. And you're welcome if you want to write an email for any questions